starting our day at Ensign Peak. So Ensign Peak is right above this Utah state capitol, and it's a really great spot to be able to look down on the city. Look, go this way.
Hey, Jose here. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you can join us in all of our adventures. Welcome to San Jose.
We're already tired. Florida, your low altitude is killing us. So Ensign Peak has a few different hills or climbs that you can do, or trails. This is just the view or the vista outlook. And then they have the peak itself that you can hike up to, and we'll probably try and get up there if we can, because it's a really great photo spot. Now, just outside of Salt Lake, there's all along these mountains, there's nature trails and canyons and stuff that you can go up into and explore. And hopefully we get to do as much of that today as we can. But from here, I'm going to point out a couple of things. Over in this direction, up along here, is the Wasatch Front. So all of these mountains here is they're part of the Rockies. The pioneers came through just right over here in 1849, and they settled in the Salt Lake Valley here. You've got Salt Lake City proper, the city right down here. Right below the University of Utah is right over here up along the mountain. That's where they did the Olympic opening ceremonies in 2002. You can see the state capitol building. None of the buildings in Salt Lake are taller than the state capitol. I don't know if that's still a law. I'll double check on that, but I believe most of them have to be, they're on lower ground. The capitol's up on a hilltop, but from the top of the peak of the capitol, none of the buildings were supposedly supposed to be taller than that. Then over on the other side of this peak over here, you're gonna have the Great Salt Lake, which is got really low water levels right now. We might walk over that way and see if we can get some shots of it. But this is just a really beautiful panoramic view of the city. You can see how kind of all of it was crammed up against the Wasatch Front, and then it kind of just continued to expand across the valley this way. Further south, you have Provo, and then north you have Ogden. It's all part of the Salt Lake City metro area. And in case you didn't know, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints owns half of downtown Salt Lake. Like half of those buildings are on church property. All right, so now we're gonna cut across the backside of the Ensign Peak here, and we'll go up to the top of the peak. Should be about well, depending on how quickly we go, maybe a 15 to 20 minute hike. It's a warm day today. We've got our sunscreen on, but it's no worse than being in the theme parks in Orlando on a summer day, so we can handle it.
My first hike going up a mountain. That's not in Puerto Rico. Day 3 of this hike. We're running out of water. My feet are raw.
It's been 20 minutes.
Oh. Did it!
Behind me you've got the Great Salt Lake, and the water level is actually extremely low right now. When I was a kid, it was blue all the way over to Antelope Island, but you can see that the water level is definitely receded. The Great Salt Lake is actually the remnants of Old Lake Bonneville, which is that prehistoric lake that I was telling you about. The Great Salt Lake is the lowest area, so all the water runs into it and then it evaporates. So that's why it's just so salty. There's no outlet from it. It's got brine shrimp, you've got seagulls, and sometimes it stinks a lot. And when the wind picks it up and brings that smell over the city, man, it's a fishy smell. And the big freeway system, which is partially I-80, comes through there and then cuts over past Park City. And I-15, you can catch that and go all the way down to Los Angeles. That's the Salt Lake Valley for you from above, from Ensign Peak. All right, Jose, you ready to go back down?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Going down's a little bit easier, not as easy on your knees maybe, but it is less stressing.
It looks slippery.
And it can be. If it's muddy or wet, it is very slippery, so watch your step. Make sure you're paying attention or else you could have a very bad day. Don't fall and take me with you. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'll take care of it.
You're like, if I'm going down, we're both going down.
Just careful about my camera.
I know. It'll be the only thing that survives the fall. You'll hold it like a baby.
Oh yeah. I was like,
Not my baby.